So could you remind our families what the purpose of the tuition restructuring is?
I guess the grand scheme here is that we need to bring in more revenue. Our schools are limited by the amount of tuition that we can charge, and in order to raise revenue to do more programming, we need other sources. So if we can ask parents to help us to raise those funds, we don't have to charge more tuition. So the purpose of for example, the EITC is money will come into the school, comes to us for adding new programs, paying teachers more, adding more opportunities for kids like electives. It truly is to bring in more revenue so that we can do more for our kids.
So you mentioned the financial aid application that's online. What if a parent is uncomfortable providing financial information to Erie Catholic? That's not something they want the principals and administration to see. What would you tell a family that has that concern?
Not to be concerned about who's going to see it. We don't see it at all. I don't even see it myself. There is one individual at ECCA that sees it, and they go through and qualify the person for tuition assistance or not. What we get is a student's name and whether or not they qualify for assistance. That's all we see. The principals don't even see that list. It's more us as in the business office that sees it.
What do you plan on doing with that additional funding that comes in through these programs?
Well, the first thing we would like to do is make sure that we're holding down the tuition rates for the future. Bringing in the extra revenue now will put a buffer on it so that we don't have to charge large amounts of revenue or large amounts towards tuition in the future. This year you saw we only increased tuition for $105. I'd like to keep it small like that rather than have to do $300, $400, $500 increases every year. That money will help us do that. Another goal would be to make sure that our teachers are getting fair raises. Our teachers are very poorly paid. I think everybody knows that in our system. They're wonderful people. Their mission is to help our kids get into heaven. We need to make sure that we can help them survive with a true salary, equitable salary, put it that way. Another thing would be that I'd really like to equalize what's going on in the 6 schools. We have some schools that have more opportunities for their kids than others, and that's not right. All of our kids should get the same opportunities no matter what school they're going to, whether it be an advanced class, whether it be electives, whether it be just activities during the school day. We should have the same in all 6 schools, and I'd really like to spend some of the money on that.
So the financial aid application through the Star Foundation, it asks for my 2023 tax information. Yes. What if I haven't filed my taxes yet? If I own a business, I might file an extension and not have that information. Can I still fill out that application?
Absolutely, and I encourage you to do it right away. What you can do is use your 2022 tax form, submit that, but also submit your 2023 W-2 forms with it. If by chance in the next couple of weeks or months you get your 23 tax return done, submit that additionally. But what we can do is work off of the W-2s that you have now, and we can determine whether or not you are eligible for that scholarship.
If, as a parent, if I've applied in the past and have never received any funding through the program, why should I apply this year?
The eligibility guidelines have increased drastically. If you're a family with one breadwinner and one dependent in the family, it's already $127,000 of eligibility. If you make less than $127,000, that qualifies you for a scholarship. Because you didn't receive money in the past doesn't mean you're not eligible. It only means that there wasn't enough money in the pot. The Star Foundation only gets so much money. They have to distribute that fund on a most needed basis. So the people that need it the most will get that money, and the people that need it the least are at the bottom of the list and may not get that money. You may have been on the list for 5 years.
Sure.
And never get any money because they run out of the funds. If you start contributing to EITC, that list will grow longer as to more people being eligible and receiving those money.